This one's for the ones who think that their bloodline is going to get them saved or whatever. They're basing it off of Revelation 21 because there's 12 gates in Revelation 21. So they think that it has to do with ethnic background. Okay, so let's go over why this isn't so. Okay, so people ask, which of the 12 gates does a spiritual Israelite walk through? Trying to say, oh, if it's only spiritual, then which of the 12 gates does a spiritual Israelite walk through? That question assumes the gates in Revelation are about ethnic identity, but Scripture does not support that. Revelation is apocalyptic and symbolic. Jesus already tells us plainly, I am the door. There is one entrance into the life of God, Christ himself. So the gates in Revelation can't be about who gets in based off their ethnicity. They point to something else. Biblically, the tribes of Israel already functioned symbolically. They were never just about bloodline. Even in the Old Testament, they represented different callings within one people. Spiritually, the 12 gates represented vocation, the different ways God's grace is lived and expressed. Judah, for example, represents leadership and praise. Scripture says, Judah, your brothers shall praise you. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. This points to those called to lead and worship under God. Levi represents the priestly and renunciative life. Levi had no land inheritance because the Lord himself was their portion. Remember, spiritually, this reflects those devoted to prayer, teaching, and intercession. Are you devoted to prayer, teaching, and intercession? Then you might be in the tribe of Levi, not because of your bloodline, not because you're a Pharisee or because you were a Jew or you were born in Africa or whatever. Issachar represents discernment and wisdom. The son of Issachar understood the times and knew what Israel ought to do. That's a spiritual calling to wisdom. Zebulun represents provision and outreach, dwelling by the sea, a haven for ships. Spiritually, it reflects generosity and support. Are you giving to your brothers and sisters? Maybe you're in the tribe of Zebulun. Sure doesn't matter about what ethnicity you are, though. It matters on what you do. Joseph represents suffering that produces fruitfulness. Though attacked, he became a source of life for many. That's a spiritual path. Benjamin represents intensity and zeal. Paul was a Benjaminite. It shows how zeal is transformed by grace. And Scripture says the gates of the city are never shut. Gates that are always open are not ethnic barriers. They're open for people to walk in that vocation. They're channels of life. Revelation says the nations walk by the city's light. Light flows outward. So when Revelation speaks of 12 gates named after the tribes, it's not about fleshly lineage at all. It's about the full spectrum of redeemed human vocation. The many ways Christ's life is expressed to his people. Christ is the door. The city is the people of God. The gates represent how God's grace flows through different lives. So it's not your DNA that places you in a tribe. It's how the life of Christ is being lived through you.